I am so delighted for people to finally get to see how we made the film and all the technology that was necessary in order to make what I call the greatest magic show in history that went on film. Bill Blatty, who of course wrote the novel, and Billy Friedkin, who directed it. You've Owen Roizman, who was the director of photography. Without all these people and the great actors, Ellen Burstyn, Max von Sydow, you wouldn't have such an amazing film. It's like the greatest magic show ever shot on film. And so for me, for people to be able to see the technology, how we made, how the head spins, that for me is a great release, so people realize I really can't spin my head around. The biggest challenge for me was making the whole movie. It was very difficult, and you have all of the makeup, you have the difficult elements to work in, you have a very adult working environment, and a very long time. It took about 1.5 years working on the project, so you had to be very, very disciplined, and at the same time, what we say in English, kudos to my mother for keeping me happy and grounded, and I got to see movies, and I got to go ride my horses on the weekend, and I got to do things so that I too could, feel normal and not just live in the movie. The movie is actually a theological thriller, and Bill Blatty is the one that told me that years ago, and he's right, because it's about religion. And of course, Mexico and the Spanish countries are very mostly Catholic. So you have, back then, 37 years ago, it was the most controversial film of all time. And that's carried through. So a lot of the parents are still, oh, I remember what it was like, people screaming and yelling, and oh my God, you can't talk about the devil. But in fact, it has opened up doors of communication. It has showed different religions. And forever we will always be fighting wars and talking about religion and good and evil. If only it could lead us down the road to just be good to each other instead of difficult. It's a very, very difficult time we live in. But I think that it will show people when you work really, really hard at something and you try your hardest, no matter what it is in life, you too might come out with something like a film that has withstood time because you gave it your all. And that's anything in life.